If money were a friend, would she feel safe around your words? Most of us talk to money in a tone that would make any friend step back. We sigh at a receipt. We mutter at a price tag. We call a small expense bad as if it were a stain. The amounts are ordinary, but the language is sharp. And because words carry spirit, the room of provision grows cold. It isn't the number that chills the air. It's the way we speak to it. You already know the moments I mean. A vendor hands you a little change and you call it nothing. A bill arrives and you call it trouble. A chance to give appears only a small kindness, and you call it not now. You were taught that such words are harmless. They are not. Every label is a path you lay down. Money learns by the names you give it, and it returns by the path you build. Here is a line that might sting, but it will set you free. Your money problem is not money, it is tone. The tongue can open a door or shut it softly and completely. When you bless, the door opens with grace. When you scold, the door closes with a click you barely hear. I have sat with many women who worked hard, kept schedules, made lists, and yet still felt a quiet ache around provision. They changed one thing, their language, and the feeling in the room changed first. Then, little by little, supply came by gentle steps. The way a shy cat decides a home is safe. You do not have to perform to be provided for. You do not have to chase or plead. Law is not impressed by hurry. Law listens to speech. This is the medicine. Speak to money as if it were a dear ally, not a skittish stranger. Speak in a way a child would understand, in a voice that makes a child exhale. Words are keys. Keys do not shout, they turn. You may say, "But I am only being realistic. Prices are high." Realism is not the same as reverence. A realistic woman can still bless. She can look at an amount and call it ordered, not awful. She can meet a need and call it met, not menace. She can acknowledge the figure and still soften the field in which that figure will move. Harsh words bruise the field. Tender words mend it. Tender does not mean weak. Tender means exact and warm, like the hand that knows how to untie a knot without breaking the cord. There is a lie the world repeats. Money answers fear. It does not. Fear can raise a shout, but supply answers a decree. A decree is a short, clean sentence that carries identity. It carries who you are in God. When I say, "The word is law, God is source," I am not speaking poetry. I am giving you the simplest map. Source means you are not alone. Law means you are not guessing. Under grace means the path that opens will be kind to you and kind to others. Right thing, right time, no damage. Ask yourself a gentle question. What is the first word money hears from me when it crosses my path? Not only the big words, the manifest words, but the small ones when you fold a receipt, when you zip a bag, when you tip someone who served you with care. Many women have learned to be polite to others and cruel to money, or polite to money and cruel to themselves. Neither is holy. Bless both. Bless the giver and the gift. Bless the channel and the source. The heart that blesses is the heart that receives without fear. Let me offer you a small scene. A florist ties a ribbon around a simple bouquet. The total is modest. You can call it too much, and your body will tense. Or you can say, very softly, "This is provided for under grace," and feel how your shoulders lower as if they have been carrying a basket too high. The same exchange, the same petals, the same ribbon. Only the word changed, and the room changed with it. Grace prefers rooms like that. Provision enjoys rooms like that. They remember the welcome. Perhaps you have called money hard. You were repeating a family story or a city story or a headline's anxious rhythm. You can choose a new family line. Start it with your mouth. Speak as if money were learning manners from you. If you teach it to come gently, it will learn. If you teach it to leave, it will learn that too. It is not superstition to mind your words. It is stewardship. You mind them the way you mind a garden, not with panic, but with a steady hand and a watering can. There is also the matter of little. We often shame the small coin, small tip, small raise, small sale, forgetting that all rivers are made of small waters. Call the little holy and watch how it multiplies. Call the little useless and watch how it hides. God enjoys the seed. God enjoys the first fruits. God enjoys the woman who can smile at a modest beginning and say, "You are enough to start." The one who honors the seed is the one who grows the orchard. Now breathe with me, just once, to feel the difference words make. Inhale slowly, let the chest soften. Say this, almost a whisper. God is my source. Say it again, not louder, but truer. Feel how your face relaxes as if someone opened a window. That is not drama. That is order. When you tell the body the truth, it stands in its right place, and the mind stops adding noise to the moment. We will walk very simply. We will not wrestle ideas. We will not borrow phrases that do not fit the mouth of a woman who has lived and cooked and wiped tears and kept records and still believes in beauty. We will take common words and wash them until they shine. Then we will choose only a few and use them often. Money does not need speeches. Money needs a welcome. If you need a single sentence to begin, take this one and let it sit on your tongue until it warms. My words make a friendly house for supply. That is all. Speak it when you close a zipper. Speak it when you fold a note. Speak it when you put a small thank you into a small hand that just served you well. If the mind protests, "But what about numbers?" answer softly. Order first, numbers next. A heart at war cannot count. A heart at peace can add, and it can add beautifully. I am not asking you to pretend. I am asking you to bless. There is a difference. Pretending ignores the weather. Blessing brings an umbrella and a song. Pretending denies the cost. Blessing names the cost and trusts the source. Pretending is brittle. Blessing is supple. Tender speech is not decoration. It is architecture. With one sentence, you can build a doorway money is happy to walk through because your home feels safe and kind. Listen to the truth again and let it settle. The word is law. God is source. Under grace means the path that appears will not injure you or anyone else. If that is so, and it is, then the gentlest act you can do for your finances today is also the strongest. Remove contempt from your mouth. Speak warmth to the means of exchange as you would to a weary friend who has finally come to your door. You are welcome here, you tell her. Rest, there is room. And there is. There has been the whole time. There is a simple order that makes a woman's life feel held. Speak first, then see. Not the other way around. Many of us were trained to wait for proof before we soften our voices. We wanted the receipt to read paid before we blessed the bill, the account to rise before we called it enough. Florence turns the pattern back to front. She says your word goes first because your word is law. The law does not shout, it obeys instruction. When a sentence is clean and kind, it travels ahead of you like a good servant and arranges chairs in a room you have not entered yet. God is source sounds religious until you bring it to daily life. It means your salary, your shop, your clients, your partner. These are channels, not the fountain. The channel can change. The source does not. When one channel narrows, another can widen without drama. Fear glues you to the channel and calls it all I have. Faith sits with the source and says, show me the next good door. The heart that knows the difference stops panicking at headlines and starts listening for instruction. Under grace means the door that opens will be right for you and kind to others. Right thing, right time, no loss. Not a bargain that bites later. not a win that needs you to become someone you do not respect. Grace is not noisy. Grace moves with quiet accuracy. The more tender your speech, the easier you can feel its nudge. Let us deal gently with a few mistakes we learn to make. First, the urgency voice, that tight way of talking when numbers tap on the window. Urgency can push you into promises that do not fit your life. Replace urgency with order. Say, order first, numbers next. Breathe once and let the sentence sit. The word is law. God is source. I act under grace. You will notice that choices become simple when the soul is not rushed. Second, the bargaining voice. If I work harder, maybe I deserve it. Hard work is fine, but worth is not a coupon you exchange for love or supply. You are loved first, then guided. A decree is not a plea, it is identity in a sentence. Try one line that carries this weight without strain. I am the provided, not the desperate. Feel how your spine changes when you say it without heat. Third, the self-blame voice. I always mess up with money. This is not humility, it is a curse. You would not speak to a child like that. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to a child you adore and want to train well. We are learning. We are safe. We take the next kind step. Florence liked pictures that fit in the hand. Here is one, a light switch. Supply is the current in the walls. Your sentence is the switch. You do not pound the switch. You simply decide and press. The room answers by nature, not by mood. Or take a seed. Your decree is the shell you place in soil. It is small, but it contains a pattern. When watered with the same words again and again, the pattern shows itself. If you dig the seed up each afternoon to see whether it is true, it will struggle. If you leave it in peace and keep watering, it rises. A few women will say, but it feels fake to bless when I am worried. Blessing is not pretending. Pretending ignores the numbers. Blessing names the numbers and refuses contempt. You can say calmly, this amount looks large to me. Still, God is my source. The right arrangement appears under grace. Notice the two truths living together, the fact and the faith. Law respects that honesty. If you have been harsh with money, begin by removing insults from your mouth. Retire the phrases that bruise, stupid bill, pointless fee, useless change, never enough. Each insult writes a label on the field where your money must grow. Remove the signs, put gentle markers down instead. Paid in order. Enough for today, more for the work ahead. Small streams join. This is not decoration, it is stewardship of the ground. Because our theme is tenderness, let us practice small courtesies around exchange. When someone serves you with care, let your word match the care. Bless the hands that helped me. Bless the money that leaves. Bless the good return. When you receive a small discount or a small raise, honor the small. Thank you for first fruits. When a desired item belongs to another season of your life, release it without drama. If this is mine, it returns in the right way. If not, something kinder appears. These lines keep your field open. They protect you from the itch to grasp. Some of you grew up where the only holy words were whispers in a building. Florence's gift is to push holiness into ordinary speech, at the desk, on the sidewalk, in the hallway after a long day. Words like bless, receive, arrange, open, arrive, cover, seal. They are thin and strong, like thread that holds a dress together without calling attention to itself. Use them often. Let them hold you. Now, a clear difference that will save you years. Prayer is conversation. Decree is decision. In conversation, you pour out your heart and rest. In decision, you set the tone and walk it out. Both are good. They serve different roles. A decree is short, clean, and repeated. It is not a speech. It is a key. When you catch yourself slipping into long explanations to convince life to be kind, stop and return to the key. God is my source. The word is law I receive under grace. Do not argue with the door, turn the key. If you need help choosing new language, borrow a few lines until your own rise. Speak along, gently. God is my source. The word is law. I receive under grace. I bless every exchange. Again, slower. God is my source. The word is law. I receive under grace. I bless every exchange. Let your body notice what your mouth is doing. The jaw unclenches. The breath deepens, your shoulders drop. This is not magic, it is alignment. You are putting your inner furniture in order so that provision does not have to step over clutter to reach you. Perhaps you worry that tender speech will make you passive. It does the opposite. When you are not busy scolding the world, you have energy to act on the small guidance that keeps arriving. You write the email you avoided. You ask the clear question. You tidy the paper you feared. Tenderness releases power you use to waste on noise. It makes you decisive without being hard. Finally, remember this kindness to yourself. Channels can shift a dozen times in a season and still leave you cared for. When one closes, do not curse it. Bless what it gave. Bless the learning. Bless the space it leaves. Then affirm the source and invite a new, kinder route. Women who live like this are not naive. They are steady. They do not win by force. They win by law. Spoken clearly, carried by grace, confirmed by quiet, timely doors that open without injury. Let your next sentence be simple and firm. My mouth builds a friendly house for supply, because God is my source, and His law answers my word. Say it once more, softer, as if speaking to a shy guest at your door. Then move on with your day. The key has turned. The current knows what to do. When the air around provision feels warmer, the tongue becomes the thermostat. Not a tool for scolding, but for setting the climate. The word is law, God is source. Under grace is the way the door opens. Right thing, right time, no injury. To keep the room kind, teach your mouth 5 gentle habits that replace 5 harsh reflexes. Each habit is small. Each one changes the path money walks to reach you. The first harsh line sounds harmless, too expensive. It jumps out the moment your eye meets a number, but the sentence is a gate that slams, and the heart hears the slam louder than the price. There is a warmer move. Look at the same number and speak quietly. If this is mine by right design, a kind path appears. If not, I release it clean. You did not deny the figure. You gave it context. You placed the choice back in the hands of a wise source instead of fear. Often the item returns at the right price, or another answer appears with better fabric, better fit, better feeling. And sometimes release is the gift. Either way, your tone kept the door from bruising its hinges. Speak along, softly. If it is mine, it comes kindly. If not, I release it clean. The second harsh line snarls at small marks on a receipt, another fee. The mouth hurries to insult, yet many fees keep a path open. Delivery that saves an hour of travel, careful wrapping that protects what you value, skilled hands that solved a problem you could not solve alone. You can still compare prices and make clear choices, but do not poison the ground you stand on. Try. I bless the hands and the path this payment keeps open. I send this money out in peace and it returns in good measure. Blessing does not make you careless, it makes you fair. It keeps resentment from sticking to the very road you plan to walk tomorrow. Speak along. I bless the hands. I bless the path. Good returns to me. The third harsh line shames the small. It's nothing. A few coins in a change tray, a small discount the clerk found for you, a tidy raise that doesn't match your private wish. The mouth calls it nothing, and the seed decides not to sprout. but God loves first fruits. Rivers are 1,000 small waters agreeing. Let your language agree with growth. Small streams join. I honor the small. Call a tiny increase, holy seed, and you will handle it as seed, planted, watered, watched with patience. Women who bless the small do not stay small. The field notices who tends it with care. Speak along. Small is holy seed. I honor the small. The fourth harsh line is the oldest family story, never enough. It sounds like realism. It behaves like a curse. It paints the future before it arrives and then insists the picture cannot change. You do not need to varnish facts to escape that curse. You need a clean decree that brings your identity to the table. Divine substance meets my needs in full. I am led to the next kind step. Full does not always mean flashy. It means fitted. It means there is a step that matches your foot and a door whose handle matches your hand. Women who speak like this notice guidance they used to miss. A quiet idea, a gentle offer, a better sequence. Enough is often a matter of order. Speak along. Divine substance meets me in full. I am led in order. The fifth harsh line hurts deepest because it points the blade inward. I always mess up with money. It pretends to be humility. It is punishment in costume. You would not raise a child with that sentence. You would not train a friend with that sentence. You are neither a project nor a problem. You are a woman being coached by a faithful source. Train your mouth to say, I am the provided, not the desperate. I am being trained with kindness. I receive under grace. The body will hear the change. The shoulders will loosen. A steady hand can hold a pen, make a plan, and keep a promise. Shame shakes the hand. Kindness steadies it. Speak along. I am the provided. I receive under grace. Notice what these tender touches have in common. None of them argue with math. They argue with contempt. They lift shame off the field. They move you from grasping to guided, from panic to posture. That is Florence's rhythm. Not force, but law, not pleading, but decree. When you speak, you are not performing. You are placing furniture in a room you will soon walk through. A chair here, a light there, a clear path between. Provision prefers rooms arranged with care. If your tongue forgets and snaps, do not scold it twice. Catch the harsh line, smile a little at the old habit, and replace it once, cleanly. Too expensive becomes, if it is mine, it comes kindly, and the breath returns. Another fee becomes, I bless the hands, and the jaw unclenches. Its nothing becomes, small is holy seed, and the heart lifts. Never enough becomes, divine substance meets me in full, and the back stands tall. I always mess up becomes, I am the provided, and the eyes clear. 5 tiny hinges. The door swings more easily because you oiled it with gentleness. There will be days when the world's voice gets loud. Headlines push, friends complain, a stranger's remark scratches at your peace. Let that be your cue to double the tenderness. Under grace does not mean under glass. It means the same right order holds when the weather shifts. Your part is simple and strong. Watch your mouth. Bless what comes. Release what is not yours. Call the little holy. Claim enough as your natural state. Receive instruction without drama. Now consider how these lines feel in the body when spoken with low heat, like warm tea moving through you. God is my source. The word is law. Under grace, the right door appears. If it is mine, it comes kindly. I bless the hands. I bless the path. Small is holy seed. Divine substance meets me in full. I am the provided. I receive under grace. Not all at once, not as a performance. As a cadence you can carry while you live and work and care for what is in front of you. The tongue sets the climate. The climate guides the day, and the day held in tenderness, becomes a house where supply is not afraid to knock, step in, and stay. Let us practice now, simple and quiet, the way you would set a table for a friend. Sit or stand where your feet feel the floor. Let your spine be tall and soft, like a ribbon held without strain. Drop your shoulders one small step. Unclench your jaw. Place one hand over your heart. Place the other hand on the place where you keep means of exchange, perhaps a small pouch or card case, or simply rest it open in the air as a sign of welcome. Nothing dramatic is needed. Tenderness is enough. Take a slow breath in for 4 gentle counts. Hold for 2. Let it flow out for 6. Do it again with less effort. In for 4, keep for 2, out for 6. Notice how the room feels different when you breathe as if you trusted the day. This is not performance. This is order. When the body hears truth, it sets things in place. Now, in a voice that a child would relax to, speak with me once. God is my source. Speak it again, not louder, only truer. God is my source. Let the words touch your chest from inside. This sentence is not a chant to please a sky. It is your identity in short form. It tells fear that it does not run the house. Add the second key. The word is law. Say it with a clean mouth. The word is law. Keys do not shout, they turn. Let the sentence turn the quiet lock you cannot see. Law listens to tone. Law respects decision. You are not begging life to be kind. You are naming the way life was built, and you are choosing to cooperate with it. Add the third key. I receive under grace. Speak it once as if you were placing a warm cloth over your own shoulders. I receive under grace. Under grace means right thing, right time. No injury. It means the path that opens will be kind to you and kind to others. It keeps you from winning by force and losing by regret. It keeps you steady. Breathe again in the rhythm we began with. 4 in, 2 keep, 6 out. As you breathe out, let the face soften. If a thought tries to name what you lack, let it pass like a cart on a road and bring your eyes back to one small truth at a time. God is my source. The word is law. I receive under grace. These 3 lines are a doorway. Walk through them with your breath until the air in the room feels friendly. Keep one hand on your heart and let the other hand open as if you were blessing a guest who stands at your door. Speak warmth to the means of exchange before you meet it. Money, you are safe with me. I bless your going out and your coming in. Not many words, only warm ones. Supply does not need speeches. Supply needs a welcome. Let us bless the path money travels. Bless the work of the hands that will touch it. Bless the service that will carry it. Bless the order that directs it to where it should go. Bless the good return that meets you in quiet ways. You do not have to know the route. You bless the road, and the road remembers. Now, see in your mind a simple scene that is easy for you to believe. A kind face at a counter receiving thanks. A simple receipt that says, settled. A message that says done. Do not chase numbers in your head. Keep the picture small and kind so the heart can say yes without strain. Feel the shoulders drop another small step as if someone just set down a heavy bag you did not notice you were carrying. Speak with me in a steady cadence. Small is holy seed. Let the line sit there and do its work. Small is holy seed. You are training your mouth to honor what is beginning instead of shaming it for not being finished. Rivers are many little waters agreeing. Your words teach the waters to agree. There may be a memory that tries to argue, a moment when you felt left out, a month when you felt behind. Do not fight the memory. We will cover it with kindness. Say, I am the provided, not the desperate. Let the spine find its right height. I am the provided, not the desperate. You are not apologizing for living. You are receiving instruction for living well. Breathe again. 4 in, 2 keep, 6 out. If you need rest in the middle of the breath, take it. Grace does not hurry you. Let one small sigh leave the body without shame. You have nothing to prove. You are setting climate, not giving a speech. Your home is becoming a friendly house for supply because you are the woman who tends the words that live in it. Return to blessing and keep it ordinary. Bless the bill you will pay because it keeps a path open. Bless the small raise because it shows a door beginning to move. Bless the gift you will give because giving keeps the river honest. Bless the choice you will release because release keeps your hands honest. The field where your finances grow is not a battlefield. It is a tended place. Your sentences are the gardener's hands. Teach your mouth the soft correction when an old reflex jumps out. If the mind says too expensive, answer kindly. If it is mine by right design, a kind path appears. If the mouth says another fee, answer fairly. I bless the hands, and the path this payment keeps open. If the heart says never enough, answer with your name. Divine substance meets my needs in full. If the tongue turns inward with blame, answer with dignity. I am being trained with kindness. I receive under grace. Do not argue, replace. The door closes on argument. The door opens on decree. Let there be one more breath, all the way in and all the way out. Place both hands over the heart for a moment and feel the quiet. Provision enjoys quiet. It enters houses where contempt has been washed off the walls. It lingers where women speak with warmth. Speak once more, slowly, as if you were writing the sentence on the inside of your ribs. My words make a friendly house for supply. Say it again in a whisper that belongs to you alone. My words make a friendly house for supply. Now lower your hands. Look around the room you are in and let your eyes find one true, good thing. A color you like, a chair that holds you, a small order you already see. Gratitude that is specific keeps the heart open without effort. You are not pretending. You are noticing. You are placing attention where law can work without fear. The practice is not finished and it is not fragile. You can carry it as you move. The breath can go with you. The blessing can go with you. The picture can return for 1 second at a time. The release can be the way you end each small exchange with a soft thank you in your chest. The sequence is simple so that your life can be simple. Breathe, touch, bless, picture, release. The word is law. God is source. Under grace, the right door appears and it opens without injury. A teaching becomes your life when it settles into your name, your tone, and your small choices. Tenderness is no longer an idea you try on. It becomes the way you hold doors open for yourself, for money, for the people you touch. This is the seal. Identity first, a short oath next, and then a rhythm so gentle it can ride inside your day without making noise. Identity is where the fear loses its seat. Say it in a way that fits your mouth. I am the provided, not the desperate. Let the line meet your spine. A woman who is provided still plans, still learns, still acts. But she acts from peace, not panic. Peace listens. Panic shouts. Peace hears guidance. Panic grabs whatever is closest and calls it fate. You are the woman who listens. You are not at the mercy of headlines or moods or other people's timing. God is your source. The word is law. Under grace is the manner of your steps. Right thing, right time. No injury. An oath can be 1 breath long. Speak it simply so you can keep it even on a difficult day. I speak warmth to money and I keep warmth for myself. If you prefer fewer words, keep only this: kind mouth, kind path. The oath is not a burden. It is a small gate you pass through before you answer, before you purchase, before you promise. When you forget and speak harshly, you do not fail the oath. You begin it again. Warmth returns quickly when you call it by name. Now we set the rhythm. Let there be 3 soft bells in your day, not alarms that jolt, but gentle reminders that fold into ordinary moments. Choose triggers you already meet. The first sip of water, the sound of a door closing, the click of a light, the clasp of a bag, the moment you change tasks. Each bell is one sentence, the same few lines you know by heart. The first bell says, God is my source. The second bell says, the word is law. The third bell says, I receive under grace. If you need to pause a breath after each sentence, do so without apology. Keys do not rush, they turn. Between the bells, keep your mouth from small injuries. Replace the old family phrases that bruise the field. Never enough, always late, just my luck. Call those phrases what they are, dust, and wipe them off your shelves. Put clean language in their place. In order, on time, right door, kind return. What you repeat becomes the climate of your house. Climate is not decoration, it is the air supply breathes. When you face a choice, let the oath do the first sorting. If a path asks you to be unkind to yourself or to others, it is not your door. If a price tempts you to speak with contempt, your words cost more than the item. Change your words first, then see whether the path remains. If a payment keeps a good road open, bless it and let the blessing follow the coins. Money remembers the tone that sent it out. It comes back by the same road. You will be tested by noise. News will lean on you. Someone will rehearse a tired story about struggle, and the room will wait to see which song you choose. There is no need to correct them or explain yourself. Keep your oath and speak once, low and clean. I am cared for and guided. If they ask you why, smile and say, law answers my word. If they laugh, bless them in your chest. Affection is stronger than argument. Under grace, the right people hear you, and even those who do not hear are still held. Let tenderness reach your record keeping. Keep your notes in a way that treats you fairly. Write the facts without scolding. Circle what is complete and say, done. Underline what is next and say, one kind step. Cross out the insults you used to throw at your own effort. Replace them with the same words you now give to money. Bless, receive, arrange, open, arrive, cover, seal. Language is thread. It holds everything together when you are tired. You do not have to be perfect to be provided for. You have to be consistent enough to make a house that is easy to enter. Consistency is not pressure. It is rhythm. A few lines repeated with a gentle chest are stronger than 100 lines shouted once. If you need a single closing sentence to carry inside your day, take this. My words make a friendly house for supply, and I walk in under grace. Let the body learn the line. The jaw loosens, the shoulders settle, the mind stops knocking on every window. Before we part, speak with me softly, the way you would soothe a child after a long afternoon. God is my source. The word is law. I receive under grace. I bless every exchange. Small is holy seed. I am the provided. Kind mouth, kind path. Let the last words land like a warm cloth across your heart. There is room for me. Supply is not afraid of my voice. If this message warmed you, leave a gentle line you plan to use today. Your words might be the small light another woman needs. If someone you love could breathe easier with this teaching, send it to her with a blessing. And if you want more rooms like this, quiet, strong, and tender, stay close to this channel. Your presence helps this house grow. A simple tap of the like button tells the law of the internet that this tone matters. A short note below turns viewers into sisters. A quick subscribe lets these lessons meet you without effort. None of this is pressure. It is the same rhythm we have practiced, small, kind acts that open good doors. As you go, make the seal with one hand over your heart. Speak once, steady and calm. The word is law. God is source. I walk under grace. Then step into what waits for you. The right door knows your voice. It will open without injury, and it will feel like home.